Today we are going to study about Thomas Gray, who was a very important writer in the mid 18th century. Thomas Gray was an English poet, letter writer, classical scholar, and professor at Pembroke College, Cambridge. He is widely known for his work Elegy written in a country churchyard, which was published in 1751. Gray was an extremely self critical writer who published only 13 poems in his lifetime, despite being very popular. He was even offered the position of Poet Laureate in 1757, though he declined it. Thomas Gray was born in Cornhill, London. His father, Philip Gray, was a scrivener, which means a person who used to write letters and legal documents to the court. And his mother, Dorothy Antrobus, was a milliner, means a person who used to sell women's hats. He was the fifth of 12 children. He lived with his mother after she left his abusive and mentally unwell father. Gray's mother paid for him to go to Eton College, where his uncles Robert and William worked. Robert became Gray's first teacher and helped inspire in Gray a love for poetry, botany, and observational science. Gray's other uncle William became his tutor as well. He recalled his school days as a time of great happiness. Gray was a delicate and scholarly boy who spent his time reading and avoiding sports. In 1734, he went to Peterhouse, Cambridge. He found the curriculum very dull and he used to write letters to his friends listing all the things he disliked at Peterhouse College, Cambridge. He spent most of his time as an undergraduate reading classical and modern literature. Gray began seriously writing poems in 1742, mainly after the death of his close friend Richard West, which inspired him to write Sonnet on the Death of Richard West. He became one of the most learned men of his time. He was a learned person of Peterhouse and later of Pembroke College, Cambridge. Gray moved to Pembroke after the students at Peterhouse played a prank on him. Gray spent most of his life as a scholar in Cambridge. Although he was one of the least productive poets, because his collected works published during his lifetime amount to fewer than 1,000 lines. He is regarded as the foremost English language poet of the mid 18th century. Gray was so fearful of failure that he published only 13 poems during his lifetime. Gray was half classic and half romantic. He is classic in a sense of reason and search for form. The two great traits of a classic is the reason and intelligence and the concern for forms. But Gray also have another side to his poetry, and that face of Gray is romantic in character. The sensibility and brooding over the past are the traits. His poetry is a remarkable blend of the elements of classicism and romanticism. Thomas Gray had two friends, Horace Walpole and Mr. West. Horace Walpole requested Gray to be with him on a tour to Italy, but unfortunately they both quarrelled and parted their ways. Mr. West died a premature death, and his death was a traumatic experience for Thomas Gray. This is all about Thomas Gray. Thank you so much for watching.